and this is back. At the back here, you can see it has changed a little bit as well. So this is where you can connect the power supply to. This is where you connect to the holder, which I'll show you guys later into this box. Yeah, it looks really cool, right? Okay, so let me just put this aside. Alright, let me see what else is inside here. If you open this up, you can see this is the instruction manual. If you don't know anything, everything's inside here. You can see, yeah, basically you have in Chinese or in English. Yeah, so if you don't know anything, you can just refer to this one. Okay, so let's put this aside, and now let's open the other box, just like this. Open it up. So this one is where it reveals all the wiring, the hardware kit and everything, and for the holder as well. So you open it up like this. So this is basically to plug into your car's OBD2 port. Just plug it in, and then this one goes to the back of your device. Okay, just like that. Alright, let me just put this aside, and then now you have this. So this is the holder. You open it up. Let me explain how it works. Just take everything out first from the plastic bag. Alright, let's just put it down. Okay, so now you can see what you have here, right, is number one, you have this. So this is the base plate, and then you have, this is the stand, which will be connected to the back of the device, and you have this right here. So this is a double-sided tape that actually sticks underneath here, and then you stick on the dashboard of your car. And I also get this right here. So this is the bolt and nut, and let me show you step by step. Don't worry, let's go through it together. So first thing first, let's connect this base into this stand. And how it works is basically, if you see this, right, you can see this one, there's actually two holes here. It just goes in right inside like that. It goes in perfectly, and once it's perfectly aligned, you just put it inside. Alright, you can see, right, this right here, you can see is the shape of the nut. So this is where the nut is going to go. This one is where the head is going to enter. So once you just push it in, make sure it's perfectly aligned. Take some time to get used to it. Alright, once you find the hole, push it in, and this one, you can see, yeah, the hex shape, this one also goes inside as well. Just put it like that. Sometimes you find it hard, don't worry. Okay, and then you have the Allen key on the floor. So you just put inside here, you just hold the left side, and you just tighten it just like that. Alright, it's enough. Put this aside, and there you have it. So now the stand is attached to the base. Okay, so now you're going to install this into the device. And how it works is basically you have to unscrew this. Alright, unscrew this piece, remove it, put it aside, and then this one, you just take it out. Okay, so this piece actually goes to the back of the device. So you can see there's actually a space here, and this one, how you do is you just push it right in. Okay, wait for it and push it right in. And to make sure, you can see this two part here that sticks up. Make sure it's actually vertical so that later you can install the device perfectly. Make sure it's like this, okay, instead of doing horizontal. And once that's done, you just take this device. Now, how it works is you have to go in like this. It needs to go in like that. It's not like this, okay? This part here actually goes under the device. You can see, it needs to be like that, okay? So once that's done, push it in, and then you just tighten, like that. Just clockwise, tighten it. You're almost there, almost done. Once you tighten it, and there you have it, guys. So this one you can adjust actually how high or how low you want. So you can see this is low, this is high, so you can adjust. So let me just put it right in the middle, and there you have it. So you can see this is the device, the Lufi device. On the bottom here I have to tighten it. It's actually still kind of loose. Just tighten a little bit more. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, now it's tight. So you can see, and there you have it. So this is the device after installation. Okay, so now once that's done, right, now let's go to the car and wake it up. Alright, first let me teach you how to install this into the device. So the cable, you just untangle. Now this thin wire, if you're wondering, right, you can see it says ACC. You only need to use it when, let's say, when you start the car up, the device doesn't turn on together, or vice versa, when you switch the car off, it doesn't turn off together. That's when you have to connect the ACC line to one of the fuse. You can either connect it to the ignition switch fuse, the air conditioning switch fuse, or even the wiper switch fuse. You can just connect to either one of it and it will do the trick. So this one basically goes into the OBD2 port of your car. So depending on different car, most usually will be under the steering wheel, right under here. So once you're inside there, you can just plug it right in. Okay, so the back end, you have this. Okay, and where this connects to is, like I said, to the back of the device. So you can see right here, right, you notice, you can see this one right here. You see this one? You see this top part here? Now this top part is supposed to go to the top of this. Alright, so if you watch carefully, make sure it goes in like that. Okay, make sure it goes in like this, and once you press, it goes inside. Alright, and then you give it a bit of force and make sure it enters fully. Okay, slowly. Sometimes it takes some time to do it. And once you push it in, there you hear a click, and there you have it. It's nice and tight. So now the other end, you just connect it to the OBD2 port of your car. Alright, once you plug your device into the OBD2 system, it should come on like this. And firstly, let's take a look at how many displays that this device has. You see, this is the first display, you have the second display, the third display, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh. You have 7 different displays for you to choose from, which is really cool. And this one is new to the X7. Okay, so you got these 2 tachometer right here. One is tacho, one is for speedometer. Yeah, it's very clear. You can see it's very sharp as well. Alright, so how it works is you press the menu button. Now I'm going to go through step by step with you one more time from the basics. Alright, so firstly, system setup. If you press on this, basically firstly you can choose the unit, whether you want kilometers per hour or you want miles per hour, depending where you're from. You can adjust from here. So you just press on this button right here, and then you press up or down. You can see miles per hour, whether you want in Celsius or you want in Fahrenheit. It's totally up to you. And you press back. You can go to speed adjust. Now sometimes for some cars, right, the speedometer, the speed that it shows there doesn't match with the device. And what you can do is basically you can adjust the speed from here. Okay, you can just adjust the speed until they're both the same. Same goes for RPM, intake manifold pressure, they're all the same as well. Alright, and then you have this PID time loop. So this one, the value if you set lower, it's more accurate. Okay, and then the bottom right here, you got this water warm up. So basically once the water warms up, it lets you know. You got fuel type, fuel adjust. Alright, there are a lot of things to play from. And then you got this GPS time. So basically it depends on the time. So you press on this, you can see whether you want 24 hours format, your time zone, the hourly chime, whether you want it to make noise every hour. Okay, you got the buzzer sound, choose system. Now this one is very important. Okay, so if you press on this system, right, depending on your car, if let's say your car is a Honda, you press the Honda system just like that, and you press OK, and what happens is it basically restarts and then it reprograms it based on the Honda setting. So it shows you extra info specifically for Honda. For example, the CVT temperature for Honda, you get to see inside here. Yeah, there are a lot of cool features. It depends on different brand as well. Okay, so you go back to system setting. Let me go where we started from. Just from here, GPS, buzzer sound, system. Then you can, if you want to reset everything, you can just press here to reset. Alright, and then next will be display. So display, the first one is the item setup. If you press on item setup, you can just choose whatever display here you want to change. So we move around. Okay, just let's say clock you want to change, you press on this. Now what's very cool about this new device, right, is that now instead of having to switch, like press next to find what you want, now it shows you everything here, which is very convenient. I love this a lot. They basically listen to the customer's feedback. So now you can see, alright, so you can see this is GPS. So let's say if you don't want GPS, right, you can go to around, move here, you got the G meter, consumption, the speed, the voltage, the pressure, the temperature. So for example, for temperature, you press on this, then you can see it shows you the oil temperature, the water temperature, exhaust temperature. Now if you notice some of it, right, you can see it doesn't show here. It doesn't display everything because it depends on the ECU of your car. If let's say your ECU has exhaust temperature, then here it shows. So it depending on different car. If your car doesn't have that feature, it doesn't show here. Okay, so it varies. So don't worry if you see some of it doesn't show, meaning that your car doesn't support it. Alright, it doesn't show there. Then the next one will be if you press on display setup. So you can change the color also if you want to. So you press on this, so you can see, you just move like this. You can see it changes the color of the title. You can change for the number as well, the outline, the unit, the pointer. So if let's say the unit, right, if I press this, you can see it changes color. You can see the unit, the Celsius. Yeah, so you can customize to this to however you want it, and it looks really good at night. Now let's just go back. Okay, so now for example, you press on display. Now this one you can actually adjust a lot of things. You want display, the brightness. Okay, if you want to change the logo as well, you can. So this one is the odometer. So this one, if you want to change the odometer, right, how it works is you just press on this, and then you just set to the same odometer as shown on your car, and then it'll be the same. Alright, as simple as that. And then if let's say you want to change the logo, okay, you have to choose one that actually shows the logo. Wait, let me just go like that. Okay, for example, this one in the middle here, see it's empty, right? What you do is go to this, you press to display settings, then you move all the way up to item setup, then you move to the logo area, which is in the middle here. So you can see he says X7, right? If you don't want X7, you press on this, and then you press on this. Now you can change the logo. You can see you have a lot of logo. Basically, don't worry, you want GTR, okay, you want GTI, Type R. Yeah, these are all new. The old device doesn't have that. RS, yeah, whatever logo you want, everything is inside here, which is nice. Okay, and then you go back. Now it's RS. You want Honda also can. Alright, so now that's it. So next will be sequential LED setup. So just now you notice when I ref, this one actually goes up like that. Now for example, now I ref, you can see the way it actually goes up like that. So this is the sequential LED one. So now if you notice, right, when I ref, you can see it goes from green to yellow to orange to red. Now if you want full red also can. So for example, let me teach you how. If you go to sequential LED setup, you press on this. Alright, so you go to the bottom here, down here. Now this one you can see whether you want multicolor. If you don't want multicolor, you can just switch it back off. And off, what it does is basically it's all red in color. See, I ref now. See, it's all full red. Okay, so yeah, totally up to you which one you prefer. But personally, I would prefer having the multicolor. It looks way cooler. And then you go down, you go to warning setup. So this one basically shows you the warning. You can set the limit, the threshold for it, and the most important one would be this three right here. So the voltage, the water temperature, and the oil temperature. So this three is a lot of car nowadays, they don't come equipped with it, and this device basically helps you. So let's say when you set the limit, when it reaches the limit, right, it basically alarms you, alerts you, so it knows that okay, your voltage is, your battery is weak, it's going to be dead soon. So it lets you know beforehand, before it actually dies. If it dies, then you stop at the side of the road, which is not nice. Okay, so yeah, very inconvenient, but you have this, it tells you beforehand, and the water temperature as well, the oil temperature. Now for oil temperature, not every car has it, so yeah, it really depends. Your turbo intake, manifold pressure, oil pressure. Alright, I mean the oil pressure, yeah, all these kind of things. There are a lot of things here. Gear temperature, you go back, and then you have time attack mode. So time attack basically allows you to track your 0 to 100 km per hour, 0 to 200 km per hour, or 0 to 400 meters. So you press on start, then the moment you go, it basically shows you the graph of how fast you reach to 100 km per hour, which is a very neat feature. Especially if you have a modified car, you want to see how fast your car is as compared to before. You can do it from here. Then you have this DTC, double diagnostic trouble code. So you can, whether you want to clear any code errors that shows there. Alright, other than that, you can also read the data as well, whatever code error that it has on the car, which is very nice. You got ECU data, other setup, user data. This is the G meter, so this one allows you to choose the pitch warning and roll. So the pitch, the roll warning. Yeah, there's so many features on this small little device now, which is really cool. So this is the GPS setup. If let's say you set up the time is different as according to the one on your car, you can just change the GPS setup where you're from. Okay, the unit. So you can see, shows you around the world. Yeah, it's really cool. Alright, let's just go back. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Yeah, it's so nice, this feature. It's so clear as well. So I'm just going to show you all the animation when I ref. So this one is like that. Move to the next one. Yeah, this one is like this. Got all cool animation. You can see the way it moves up. This one is more like, you can see this one is the gyroscope. You can see if you pitch up, down, left, right, it usually moves the ball. Then you got this, the G meter. So when you accelerate or you brake, you can see where the weight transfer is, the G force, which is very nice. Yep, then this one, it goes like that. Yeah, and I would prefer this. Like I said, this is my favorite one. It shows you everything in one single screen. Yeah, very nice. Now, if let's say your car has a manual transmission, right, you can actually set the individual speed for each gear position. So from the first gear all the way to the 6th gear. So you can just set each gear to the desired speed your car changes gear, so that next time when it's about to reach that speed, right, it actually gives you a gear shifter reminder, which is really cool. And